Can you guess the most common questions asked of healers, astrologers, or anyone in the kind of divination professions? I bet you can't guess, but it's pretty easy. It's very easy. So the three common most questions are about love, health, and work. Okay, so the important part that I left out was that love, health, and work has to do with the three earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So I left that out and I just wanted to add that to it. So I thought that was pretty interesting because we're in Earth sign right now, Taurus. So I thought that was pretty interesting kind of thing to bring up. But also because there's someone on here can't stitch their work, so they kind of not necessarily evaluate tarot readers, but in some ways try to let you know whether or not they're scamming. And so like one of the things that give me the ick a lot on here is actually anytime I see anything related to love or even sometimes money, I'll just kind of scroll past, because to me it always kind of like felt kind of scammy in a way. And then now, once we're in Taurus season, I kind of like started to look more into Taurus type things. Then I realized like, oh, okay, this is why you'll see a lot of stuff about love. And also you see a lot of posts that talks about, money, like money coming to me easily, blah, blah, blah. You'll see a lot of those posts get a lot of likes because a lot of it kind of, how do you say, teeter on our kind of insecurities. So you see like sometimes a lot of the tarot readers, which I easily just swing past, will talk a lot about love, or some of the meme stuff on here, or even on Instagram too, we'll talk about a lot about money, like you're gonna get easy money. I mean, you see a million likes on the post. But yeah, so when you see those videos, just use your discernment in evaluating whether or not the person is sometimes getting a actual message or have an actual message to give to you, and see whether or not they are placating on your vulnerabilities, because those are kind of topics, easy topics that most people have questions and concerns about. And I think especially like the love realm, a lot of us usually have some type of issues in regarding that. But I'll just give you a tip off, because since that realm is ruled by Venus. And I also was like, at some point was very much got the ick from people who also talked about self-love a lot, because it relates to also Venus, it relates to also love. Because one of the things that gave me, like, I don't know if I did a video about this already, I probably did, because it's kind of like one of the things that got me to where I am now, is kind of like trying to understand what is self-love. Like when people talk about, come on, the app and talk about self-love, it was, for me, it was always like, why do they always associate it with material things? And so I've always like kind of like always gave me kind of like the ick in a way. So for me, when I started my own journey down the path of self-love, which we're in Taurus Venus season, one of the things that I did, I want to say book up on, I'm Jamaican, so one of the things that I guess I kind of ran into was Venus. And so I tried to understand that. And self-love, when you're talking about loving another, I think like understanding your value and your worth, which is related to Venus and Taurus, understanding those things, will equate to how, not necessarily how someone will love you, but understanding your boundaries, your worth, your value will definitely not have you in a position where you're the victim and someone is taking advantage of you. So, understanding, and then that could translate to physical things like, what you value and your own personal value, which are not easy things to figure out. I still haven't gotten a lot of it figured out. Sometimes scrolling through the app, this is why I really like TikTok. Sometimes scrolling through the app, I'd see other people share, the things that they valued, and sometimes I would, either not necessarily agree with it, but sometimes I would like, oh, that's interesting, that's something that I might evaluate for myself, or that's like, that's not really what I'm into. So sometimes seeing different things that other people post of what they value kind of gave me more of an idea of what I valued. But a lot of what I valued was something that I had to learn in a lot of ways the hard way from, I can't even explain it because some of this stuff is like so in here. But anyways, that was just my little thing. Just be discerning, when you see people post about love. Some people do post about work, but I don't think that's a lot of people's concern. They probably more post about how to get easy money, which is never really easy. And it still ties into self-worth. And because, of course, Taurus also has to do with work and health. A lot of people do have health concerns. So you see a lot of posts like that, which astrologers don't really dabble too much into that. And I think more tarot readers or people don't really dabble into that because, you're kind of liable because you have a whole medical profession. But you do have the natural health industry that do play on people's vulnerabilities with that. And of course, what I do kind of like touches both of them, touches all three in a way, because essential oils, you can use them for so many things. But I also try not to go into the realm. That's why I focus on herbal astrology in a way. I try not to go in the realm of medical we're talking about medical things when it comes to essential oils. I try to steer clear of that because I don't want to get in trouble with the FDA. I don't have that $1,000,000. And I think that's just, even with astrology, I mean, I'm very interested in understanding more about medical astrology, but at the same time, it's not, I think I'm more into the psycho-spiritual aspect of astrology and essential oils. But anyways, just be mindful, just be discerning and try to read and discern where their intentions are coming from. That's it. Ciao. Make sure to like and follow for more. Bye.